Hi everyone, my name is Kelsey Martin, and today I will try to persuade you for gay marriage instead of against it. I know that seems to be my topic for every speech, but it's just something I'm extremely passionate about, being gay myself and not being able to marry my partner. Um, a huge thing is our rights for one another. I know living in southern Louisiana or really any southern state, um, you grow up thinking that gays are, horrible people and you shouldn't be gay. And it's just, you don't really know how your family's going to take it. For that fact, my partner and I did not know how our family was going to take it because that is the kind of world we grew up in. Um, my family found out a couple days before Christmas of 2013, and it didn't go terribly bad, but it took them a very long time to get used to the idea of my being gay. And my partner's family found out, I believe, the day before Christmas Eve, and they came to my house, and it was not very pretty. So her family and I do not really get along with one another. What I was saying earlier about our rights, whenever you go and get married, I don't believe a lot of people think of the fact of, if something were to happen to my partner, would I be able to see them in a hospital? Because, a lot of times if it's serious, only family is able to see the patient. And if you're not married or, if you're not family, it doesn't matter if you've been partners for 15 years, you are not able to see your partner in the hospital. Another thing is whenever they're hospitalized, the decisions that sometimes have to be made, if you're not the main caretaker of that person, then you don't get a say so. So whenever you're straight and you're married, I don't believe that's a thing that you think about really, as if you get to have a say so if something like that were to happen. For us, that's an extremely difficult thing for us because, what if something were to happen to your partner tomorrow and like I'm on the outs with my, so to speak, in-laws. So it would be very difficult for us. I don't believe they would allow me to have any say so if something were to happen to her. Funeral, it's kind of the same way, or it is the same way. I would have absolutely no say so in what were to happen. Another big thing is I would love to stay in Louisiana, especially for the job that I'm going into, which is pipeline drafting. There's a huge industry down here for that, and so it would just be easier for us to stay here. But if we are not able to marry and we have children, one of us would be the parent, the other would not. We would have to adopt our own child. And that is very difficult, as a straight couple. Again, that's not something that you have to worry about, adopting your own child. Even if you're not able to conceive yourself, you do have the adoption, but you do it together, not separately. And for us, one would be the mom, the other one would not. Another thing is, I think a lot of straight people see it as that gays would ruin the image of marriage because a lot of people see it as one man, one woman, which is understandable. That's the way a lot of people feel. But we should not be punished and not able to have and live a happy life with one another because some people see it as not fit. I believe it was 68% a couple years ago. They released 68% of married people ended in divorce. And so, a couple years ago, gays weren't in that 68th percentile because obviously we were not allowed to get married. So I think the image has kind of ruined itself. And that's just, another big thing in our community. I just believe that we should be able to live happily with one another, and not really be judged for living the way that we live. I know people see that it's a huge sin and it's the worst sin, but a lot of things are sinful. Getting drunk every weekend with your buddies isn't, it's a sin as well. Adultery is another big sin. Murder, all these things are sins, and I just believe people have kind of led to believe that that being gay is the biggest and worst sin of all. And I just believe, that's, a lot of people say that's between God and I believe that, that's for everyone. Your relationship with God is your relationship with God. And I just believe that we should be able to live our lives as quote-unquote normal people should be the way that we should live. So hopefully I've kind of, at least made you think about being for gay marriage and the difficulties that we kind of go through as gay in the gay community. So have a good day.